NES music is good. Like, really good. I used to crank up the sound whenever I'd play my NES as a kid, and many tunes have stuck in my head over the years. So here's a list of 20 songs from NES games that I think are awesome. Now remember, these are just songs that I think are really good, and it's not an exclusive list by any means. Let me know in the comments if I've missed some heavy hitters, of course. In no particular order, let's start with... Castlevania 2 is a pretty divisive title among the series. This one's actually my favorite of the NES trilogy. It had some pretty rockin' tunage. Among them, the now legendary and often used Bloody Tears, which has come to represent the entire franchise. Faxanadu, or Faxanadu if you prefer, is my favorite NES game of all time, and its soundtrack is among the best you'll find on the system. Composed by Jun Chikuma of primarily Bomberman fame, it's peppered with Arabian and Middle Eastern influences. Here's one of the most memorable songs, heard as our hero leaves town to start his journey. Pinball Quest was an unusual beast in that it had an RPG mode where you battle through 6 tables, crushing enemies and eventually rescuing Princess Bali from Beelzebub. Ooh, man. There was even a black market for purchasing upgrades. Or attempting to steal them! The first level theme in RPG mode sticks in my head and kind of refuses to leave. I even sing this one in the bathroom sometimes. I played Al Unser Jr.'s Turbo Racing for hours on end as a child, constantly finishing in last place at the end of the Grand Prix every single time, thus wasting precious hours I could have spent, I don't know, building an outhouse or something. And with the races came pretty sweet tunes, but I've chosen the third background music as the most notable. Thunder and Lightning, the arcade to NES conversion of a literal blockbuster game, contains 30 levels, all of which use the exact same music. So expect to just get used to it. Although I would have appreciated more auditory variety, I can't help but enjoy the one song we had. Thanks, Romstar. The best of the trilogy, Double Dragon 2 holds a special place in my heart from my childhood. How I got this game, I'll never know. But I'll say this, Kazunaka Yamane, you do a mean soundtrack. He composed for all of the beloved Double Dragon games, and they're all pretty darn good. His take on the undersea bass is definitely worth a listen. It wouldn't be a greatest hits list without an appearance by a Mario title. Super Mario Bros. 3 was full of hits, many of which still stand among the best of the franchise to this day. Yet I like to root for the underdog, and for this list, I actually can't help but boogie to the funk that is the map theme from World 5, the Sky World. It's so funky! Playing through Mega Man 5 is a treat in and of itself, but finally defeating Dr. Wily results in some great music as the end credits roll. This is the kind of reward we all deserve for a job well done. Kid Niki has spiky hair and a spinning sword. And that's all he really has going for him. Luckily, his NES debut also comes with some uplifting music to guide Kid Niki on his way as he slices and dices through an entire mime troupe. It's the only song he'll probably remember from the game, though. A bargain bin find from when I was 11, Zoda's Revenge is one of those hidden gems that shows the true endearing power of the NES. It's a shame it was released so late in the console's lifespan because it deserves far more love than it receives. Chock full of humor and time-traveling mirth, plus solid gameplay, this one's not to be missed. Now let's head to the Wild West for a chipper chiptune. Little Ninja Brothers, known as Super Chinese 2 in Japan, was developer Culture Brain's love child, mixing action and RPG elements over a very Asian landscape. The series had a strong tendency to recycle compositions, including its infamous town theme, destined to keep your ears tingling for a long while. This game isn't very good at all. Gonzo's spaceship level will continue to give me mental diarrhea for decades. I rented this as a kid for around $2.99, and I'd say that's about all it's worth. Fozzie's ice cream maze level theme, however, continues to stick with me for some reason. That's one positive I can say. Anyone who remembers DuckTales on the NES knows this song. As Scrooge McDuck sets foot on the moon and those initial notes play, instant flurries of nostalgia hit hard. Often cited as one of the finest songs of the 8-bit era, I can't help but agree. It's just that good. Take a listen. Silver Surfer chews me up and spits me out like a poorly barbecued hunk of steak. It's a very challenging game, and I'm not very good at it. Okay, I really stink at it, actually. And neither are a lot of players. But despite its high difficulty, I can't help but praise the game for its excellent soundtrack. I've selected this song, and some OST lists call it Stage Theme 1, and others background music 2, as a prime example of its excellence. Just when you thought it was all over, the Fountain of Dreams erupted and the true villain of Kirby's adventure emerged. The Nightmare. You take on an annoying magical sphere before he reveals himself, and this is what you hear. Mega Man games generally have top-notch soundtracks, which is why 2 Mega Man games appear on this list. Mega Man 3 has many solid tunes to choose from, but I've always had a soft spot for the second theme from Dr. Wily's Castle. It's melancholy, but still drives me to keep fighting for everlasting peace. Another bit of a hidden gem, codename Viper pits a pantsless commando against the South American drug syndicate. You'll have to shoot pretty much every member of the cartel to survive. The soundtrack is hoppin', and the song you hear during the first 3 levels will probably stick in your head the most. I'm a strong supporter of Yoshi's Cookie. All 3 versions on the NES, Game Boy, and the legendary SNES are solid in their own way. As a young paperboy, I bought the Game Boy version, but as I aged terribly, the NES version is far more colorful and enjoyable. And with it came chipper selectable music as you made cookies disappear from the play area. I think the B music is the best of the 3. McDonald's on your NES? It happened. I think I did a video about this game.
Yeah, I did.
MC Kids is a decent platformer. I wouldn't call it exceptional, but it definitely stands above many other mediocre NES offerings. And the music is just as decent. Here's a tune you can sink your teeth into, just like a delectable Junior McChicken sandwich. We're gonna end this list with a natural inclusion. The theme of Icefire Mountain from Ironsword, Wizards and Warriors 2. Yeah, that game with Fabio on the cover. Yeah. The final boss is relentlessly difficult and will turn away most casual players. But at least they can all get pumped up to this inspirational little number as they ascend the mighty mountain to attempt to save the world. Thank you for watching. If you like retro stuff, then why not support this old man by liking and subscribing to my channel to keep up on new videos about such things. It's only one click away. Well, okay, maybe 2 clicks, but that's still pretty simple.